Hi friends, this is me Payal Datta. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, ding dong, please don't forget to subscribe. Today I will help you with the line by line explanation of the sonnet 116 by William Shakespeare. Now this sonnet, it is also titled as Let Me Not to the Marriage of True Minds. Now Shakespeare, he had written 154 sonnets, out of which the first 126 sonnets are supposed to be dedicated to a young man, and this young man was called Mr. W.H. The identity of Mr. W.H. is not known, but it is believed that Shakespeare wrote sonnet 116 for him. Now, before we begin reading the sonnet, let us know what is a sonnet. A sonnet is a 14 lines poem that is written in iambic pentameter. Iambic pentameter is a term used to describe the meter and the rhythm of the poem. Rhythm is measured in feet, and because there are 5 feet in every line, therefore it is called pentameter. Penta means 5. And iambic is the name of this foot. It is based on the arrangement of stresses, the stressed syllables, the unstressed syllables. So this sonnet, sonnet 116, is composed in iambic pentameter. Now let us read the poem. Just keep in mind that this poem has been written to a young man, and this poem deals with the theme of love, and this love is not the love for a woman but a friend. So whenever we are talking about love in this poem, we are talking about the love that is shared between two friends and not two lovers. So now let us quickly start. Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. So in the very opening lines of the poem, Shakespeare informs the readers that this poem is about the marriage of minds, the bond of understanding. He tells the readers that the theme of the poem is about love, the marriage of minds. Marriage here refers to the bond, the unification of two people, the friendship. He says that this unification is true, it is loyal, it is flawless, and without any limitations. And because this bond of love is faultless, the speaker says that he is not ready to admit, he is not prepared to accept what? Any impediments, any hindrance, any obstacles, any barrier in their love, in their friendship. He says, love is not love which alters. Alters means changes. So, love cannot be true if it changes, when it alteration finds. That is, if someone finds an alteration, a replacement, and it changes their love for one another, then that love had never been true, had never been loyal. So here Shakespeare, you see, he is spun. He's spunning on the word altar. Altar here also refers to the altar, A-L-T-A-R, that is the place of worship, a temple, where we sacrifice, where sacrifices are made. So he is saying that if someone sacrifices one's love just because they have found someone better, then their love was never pure. Or bends. Bends here means changes direction. with the remover to remove. So if a remover, another replacement, comes and removes the love, wipes off the love, then that love is not love. So in the first quatrain, the speaker wants to say that the true love cannot change. It cannot be wiped out by any other replacement. It is everlasting and unaffected by any remover. So if you observe carefully, the first quatrain is filled with alliteration. What is an alliteration? An alliteration is a figure of speech where two words lie side by side and they begin with the same letter. So here you see in the phrases, love is not love, alters when it's alteration, remover to remove. All these phrases are examples of an alliteration. Now, as we move on to the second quatrain, this poet makes use of metaphors to prove the steadiness of true love. He uses the metaphor of a lighthouse and the pole star to show the constant nature of true love. What does he say? He says, "Oh no, it is an ever-fixed mark." Here, ever-fixed mark refers to a lighthouse. It is a metaphor for lighthouse. Now, lighthouse is a tower that is fixed. It is a fixed structure and it guides and directs the ships. So, that looks on tempests. So, it warns the ships of tempests, of storms, and is never shaken. It is fixed. It is stable. So just like a lighthouse that is firm and steady, the speaker says that true love is also permanent. True love is not only permanent, but also acts like a guide, like a mentor that warns each other against hard times. Then the speaker uses the metaphor of a pole star, the constant northern star. It is the star, that is, love is like the pole star to every wandering bark, to every roaming bark. Bark means shout. So all those who are aimlessly crying for direction, for guidance, for help, love, like the pole star, is guiding them. True love, that is constant, like the northern star, is directing them in the right path. Whose words are known, the value of its guidance, that is not known. The speaker here wants to say that love cannot be measured, although his height be taken. So just the way we can measure the distance between the northern star and us, we can understand the extent of one's love. The completeness of one's love can be felt. The depth can be understood. But the quantity, the exact proportion, that cannot be measured. So in this line, whose worth, his height, these are examples of alliteration. So in the first stanza, we saw true love cannot be replaced. And in the second quatrain, we see that true love prevents us from dangers, from hurdles in our lives. Now, as we move in the third quatrain, what do we see? The third quatrain opens with a personification. Love's not time's fool. So both love and time, they have been personified here. What is a personification? A personification is a figure of speech where you attribute human-like qualities to non-living things. So here, love and time, both of them have been attributed human-like qualities as if they are living. So here the speaker is saying that true love cannot be misled. Misled by what? By time. So time cannot deceive love. It cannot throw dust in the eyes of love. Though rosy lips and cheeks, that is the outward appearance of the person, the temporary beauty, that may change, that may erode with the passage of time. Within his bending sickle's compass come. His here refers to personified time. So time has a bending sickle, that is a curved cutter to trim one's lifespan. The external beauty, the rosy lips, the rosy cheeks, all these are temporary appearance. That is compassed. It is confined. It is limited to time. So with the passage of time, one's external beauty, that fades. So just like we have seen in the poem Abhisara by Tagore, Vasavadatta's beauty is temporary. As time passed, her beauty faded. However, Upagupta's love, you see, it remained constant. So here too, Shakespeare is showing that beauty, that can change with time. It fades with time. So time, like a farmer, plows the temporary beauty. But love is constant. Constant like the pole star, fixed like the lighthouse. And so, love alters not. It does not change with his brief hours and weeks. Here, his refers to time. Love does not change with time's limited days, its countable hours and weeks. It lasts forever. So here again the speaker makes a pun on the word weeks. Time makes one weak. It limits one's days and makes one weaker. Now, unlike love that guides someone and makes someone stronger, time, it makes a person weak. It makes someone old. It fades away their beauty. And because love gives one the power, the stability, the spirit to overcome time, time's challenges, they are swiped away. It helps one to bear it out, to resist, to endure, even to the edge of doom. Doom here refers to death. It is a biblical allusion. Like in the Bible, it is said that doomsday is the end of the world. So the speaker here, he is telling us that love is endless. It is never-ending. It is continuous, even after death. It has the power to resist death. Death cannot wipe out one's love for each other. Then we come to the final couplet of the sonnet. Now what is a couplet? A couplet is a pair of rhyming lines. It is used in a sonnet to give a sense of finality, a sign of completeness. So here the speaker is saying, if this be error, so if my idea, if my assumption, my concept about love is wrong and upon me proved, upon me means against me. So if anyone can prove against my opinion, then the speaker claims, I never writ, nor no man ever loved. That is, if you can verify that my interpretation about love is wrong, then I accept that I have not written much about our love, our friendship, because, as I have told you earlier, Shakespeare wrote 126 sonnets for his friend W.H. So this 116th sonnet is also dedicated to him. He had intended to write a lot to prove his love for his friend. So here he is saying that he is actually declaring his love for his friend. And to emphasize his love further, he says that if anyone can prove him wrong, then no man ever loved. That is, the speaker's love was complete. It was at its greatest degree that no one else had experienced before. And therefore, they were unable to understand, to comprehend his love for his friend. So in this sonnet, in this poem, Shakespeare, he is expressing his love for his friend, and he speaks about the constancy of their love. He says that even after the death of his friend, Mr. W.H., his love for him has not decreased. Time cannot fade his love for him. His love for his friend is constant, constant as the pole star, as unmovable as the lighthouse. It found no replacement, no alteration. It found no other friend. So his love is complete and constant. So with the help of 3 quatrains and 1 couplet, Shakespeare, he has beautifully shown that true love is immortal. It is a knot, a binding of true minds. So just the way marriage is a knot between people, love knots 2 souls. So death and fading beauty, they cannot reduce the love one has towards one's friend. So this, remember, even John Donne had said, "Death, be not proud, because death thou shalt die." So with this, I come to an end of today's discussion. If you have any queries, write them in the comment section below. I will definitely answer. You can also participate in the quiz, whose link is given in the description below. I also have a Telegram channel and a WhatsApp channel, whose link is given in the description. You may join them for notes and grammar practice. So till I come back with my next video, you may check my playlist for other explanations. So